Everyone, this is Asu, and this is a video presentation on economics related to various type of auctions. So let me share my screen now. The title of our presentation is Wireless Spectrum Rights Auction. So we are provided with a situation where the Federal Communication Commission FCC has contracted me as a consultant in order to design an auction to sell rights to use wireless spectrum. So in this problem, we assume that many of the bidders will be major telecommunication companies, and since they are large companies, we further assume they are more or less risk neutral. So I have to suggest the type of the auction that best suit the condition and that can elicit truthful bidding by bidders and maximize revenue. So before jumping into the recommendation part, let's study what are the different types of auctions, their operation mechanism, what are the examples and scenarios associated with those auctions, and their characteristic and strategies. So it will be easier for us to recommend the best suitable kind of auctions for this situation. So let's move forward. What is auction? So auction is basically a market mechanism which is used to buy and sell goods or services by inviting bids from interested parties. So selling to the highest bidder or buying from the lowest bidder. The purpose of this auction or this market mechanism is to allocate resources efficiently and to achieve the best possible price for the seller through its competitive nature, and it also ensures transparency and it is used for revenue generation. There are various types of auction, and in this slide we will discuss the types of auction and their operations. So first we have first price sealed bid auction and second price sealed bid auction, also known as Vickrey auction. We have English auction and we have Dutch auction. So in first price sealed bid auction, bidders submit sealed bids and the highest bidder wins and pays their bid amount. In second price sealed bid auction, the bidders submit sealed bids like the first price sealed bid auction and the highest bidder wins like that of first bid price sealed bid auction, but here uh, pays the second highest bid amount. That is the difference between first and second. And in English auction, bidding starts low and increases as participants outbid each other openly until no higher bids are offered. And in Dutch auction, unlike English auction where the bidding starts low, here the bidding starts high and it decreases until a bidder accepts the price, becoming the winner. We have the characteristic of auctions. So first price sale bid auction encourages bidders to bid their true value but risks overpaying due to uncertainty about others' bids because it is confidential and it is a sealed bid. So others will not know about this, so there is the risk of overpaying in this kind of auction. In second price sale bid auction, it encourages truthful bidding as the payment is based on next highest bid, minimizing the overpayment incentives. And in English auction, it is transparent and it encourages competitive bidding but may not fully reveal the true valuation if bidders are uncertain. In Dutch auction, efficient price discovery mechanism but may not maximize revenue if the bidders are risk averse or uncertain. We have strategies of the auction. So in first price sale bid auction, bidders must balance bidding high enough in order to win against the risks of overpaying. In second, bidders are encouraged to bid their true value since the price paid is based on the second highest bid. In English auction, bidders can observe other bids and adjust their own accordingly. In Dutch auction, bidders must decide the optimal type to accept the decreasing price to avoid the overpaying. So these are the characteristic and strategies which we can follow in the auctions. Now let's move to ask the example and scenarios in which this auction functions. So in first price sale bid auction, it is used more in government contracts, real estate, private tenders. So in government contracts, it is used for procurement contracts where bids are confidential to ensure fair competition. In real estate, used in property auctions where bidders submit their highest offer in sealed envelopes. So This is more often used to maintain the scenario in which it is needed to maintain the confidentiality. And in private tenders, companies may use this for selecting suppliers or contractors to ensure competitive pricing. So I have given an example. A government agency which is seeking contractors for a construction project invite the companies to submit seal bids, and the contract is awarded to the highest bidder. In second prize sale bid auction, online advertising, academic, theoretical research can be taken as an example. Like in online advertising, platforms like Google Ads use this model to sell ad spaces, encouraging advertisers to bid their true value. And in academic and theoretical research, often used in experimental economics to study the bidding behavior and auction dynamics. For example, an online auction for keyword advertising, where companies bid for ad placement and the winning bidder pays the price of the second highest bid. English auction, it includes art and antiques, livestock markets, charity auction. In art, commonly used in the auction for paintings, sculptures, and rare collectibles. In livestock markets, farmers and the traders bid for cattle and other livestock in open outcry auctions. Similarly, in charity auction, items are auctioned to raise funds with bidders openly competing. For example, an art auction where paintings price start low and increases as bidders openly raise their offers until the highest bid wins. So in Dutch auction, we have flower markets. For example, it is used in Netherlands for selling the flowers, where prices drop until a buyer accepts. In IPO, occasionally used for pricing shares in public offerings to determine the market clearing price. And in commodities, it is used in the markets for perishable goods, where quick sales are necessary. For example, a flower auction where the price of a batch starts high and drops until a wholesaler accepts the current price and ensure the quick transactions. So these are the examples and scenarios of auction. Now I like to recommend the best suitable option based on my study. Second price sealed bid auction, that is Vickrey auction, is the most suitable for the FCC's goal of selling wireless spectrum rights. I've mentioned some of the reasons behind this. So the second price sealed bid auction encourages truthful bidding because the bidders are incentivized to bid their true value, leading to more accurate price discovery, and they have a dominant strategy. And as one of our goal is maximization of the revenue, this kind of auction also helps in maximizing revenue. The alignment of bids with true valuation can lead to higher revenues. And third, it ensures efficiency, and it is a very simple auction method, so it also reduces the complexity, and the straightforward submission of true valuation ensures the spectrum rights to goes to those who value them the most. So these are the reasons for choosing the second price sale bid auction. And I have also mentioned the reasons why I don't think other auctions are suitable for this condition. First price sale bid auction discourages truthful bidding, and it leads to potential revenue loss as bidders say their bids. English auction. I think English auction can quite be a suitable method for this condition as it ensures transparency and can drive high revenues through competitive bidding. But I don't suggest this in the scenario as it can involve strategic delaying and incremental bidding, which might not fully reveal true valuations and could prolong the auction process. This is the reason for omitting English auction from the list as well. So Dutch auction risks of stopping too early, resulting in potentially lower revenues, which will definitely hamper our goal, and less transparency due to rapid price drop mechanism. So these are the reasons for choosing the second price sale bid auction. Now I'd like to conclude my study. With the given assumptions where the bidders are risk neutral and value the rights identically but have different private estimates of value, the second price auction would be the most suitable choice as it offers truthful bidding, promotes competitive pricing, and is likely to generate the highest revenue. This way, the FCC can achieve its revenue generation goals efficiently while ensuring fairness and transparency in the auction process. Also, I have also recommended this uh, auction by going through a study which I have mentioned in the reference part, which is the study by Roth and Ockenfels, the last minute bidding and the rules for ending second price auction, which is the evidence from eBay and Amazon auctions on the internet. So I have also taken these as a reference for the recommendation, So this recommendation is based on economic theory and practical applications in auction design, aiming to optimize outcomes for both the auction participants as well as the FCC's objective. So both of the parties' outcomes is optimized this way. So that's all. I have mentioned some of the references here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone.